What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Bottom Line, and of course our new feature, the what happened in the markets today and the close. And pretty interesting day. Markets ended up higher on the day, and no great surprise as we continue to see the markets churn back and forth. Very lackluster trading, not a lot of excitement. I think more interesting is that the VIX was up most of the day and closed just a little bit lower, but again, indicating that maybe there's going to be some sellers showing up here. The big news of the day was Apple and their new iPhone 10. The announcement came out, the stock was up about $2, and then immediately broke $4 to go down $2, only to close the day down just under $1. Amazon was very whippy, and many of the others. The bank stocks had a pretty big day to the upside based on yields were going higher. And of course, if you don't understand the relationship, higher yields are better for banks because they can make more money on the spread. So that seemed to spark them as bonds were down once again, and now testing the recent lows in the 30-year at 155 on the future. Oil was slightly higher, but relatively flat. Gold held support, rallied back up to about 1335. Looks pretty solid. The overall picture does not look great, but we are in the middle of a triple witching week, which could lead to anything. Although volatility may not pick up, volume should be very heavy, especially towards the end of the week as we start to roll over, because now all of the futures contracts, bonds, currencies, equities, all roll into December. Now they've already done those part of the rolls, but the old futures are still open. But overall, markets finished up a little bit higher. New highs in the S&P, new highs in the Nasdaq once again. Russell not quite as strong, but when you look at it again, the markets look pretty weak here, but they are continuing to push higher. And I don't think that we want to try to say, okay, well, this is enough. We really need to find a valid footprint that'll allow us to step in and to start to look to short these markets. But this is not, I don't think, the right time. I think what you want to look for is certainly, you want to look at selling oil if it gets back to 49. I think you want to look to be a buyer of gold at 1325, 1330. I think the big news of the day, though, is for the farming community and those who trade the ag products, the USDA, another organization just like the Fed, another, I don't know. Anyways, very bearish report, but of course, when it was all said and done, the grains actually popped a little bit. They were still down on the day, except for wheat. Wheat was up about 8 cents, but corn came back from at 345 to close at 352. Soybeans came back a little bit, and of course, the meats were relatively flat, but I think you want to keep an eye on, if you trade these, the feeder cattle and the corn. I think corn's going to go much higher here. I think corn's a buy. I think wheat's a buy. Soybeans, we got to watch. But at the end of the day, let's make sure that we don't try to force something to happen in the markets. There was not a lot of news to drive markets. There is more news coming out as the week goes on. But the real truth is it comes down to the money flow, and the money flow is still showing buyers stepping in. So we're not going to get too excited. We're not going to look to get short here yet. We are going to continue to watch the markets and observe. Patience, discipline, and money management are the keys to being successful. That'll do it for today's market update and close. In the meantime, we'll see you back here tomorrow at the same time. This is Bubba's Bottom Line. Make sure you get the Bubba Show every single day at 2 to 3 Eastern Time on LibertyTalk.fm. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same station. This is Bubba's Bottom Line. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.